Welcome to episode 25 of the Factorio Space Age Big Marathon. We are on Fulgora. We are 72 and a bit hours in. We haven't built any science here, and we just straight up might not build any science here. We have a 60 times tech multiplier and a bunch of mod planets, and I have not yet run out of agricultural science. Fascinating. Instead, we are building a bunch of module upgrades, which we are enjoying a lot. We're trying to upgrade some recyclers and also upgrade electromags, but yeah, we are short of blue chips. I was wondering if that was going to happen when we were doing module upgrade stuff, and this might be close to like one of the last stages in all of the only plan I had for this mod planet run. Like, mod planets are going to get me to do whatever mod planets do. Who knows? Ruby's actually the only one we've been to. We're probably going here as the next mod planet just because it's part of the loop already. Vulcanus, yeah, a bunch of these things we've unlocked but haven't done anything with yet. Gleba is still glebing along nicely. We have, yeah, large amounts of soil that we don't actually have any plans to do anything with yet, but we also don't have any defenses and are surviving just because we're not polluting much, because the only thing we're doing here is this science. Everything else is just getting dropped in from orbit, and we're kind of doing the same thing on Fulgora as well. And yeah, the only real plan I had was get an early Fulgora, get upgraded quality modules, get some upgraded electromags, get to Vulcanus, which we might be doing as the next planet, and get some upgraded miners and some upgraded foundries, and maybe not even science in any of those places, because when we are doing a 60 times tech multiplier, ouch, pollution in my face, we need reasonably large builds just as basic stuff to get things done. We didn't really plan on going to Gleba, but we ended up going to Gleba. Where have my biolabs gone? Are they over? Biolabs? Hello, Biolabs? Over here. Yeah, we're waiting for a bunch of module upgrades. We are making the ProdMod 3s with quality, and when we get uncommon ones, they can slot in here, and when we get rare ones, they can slot in here. And we have, yeah, in orbit, we have a dude who is sitting around, because I think I put him on passenger present in Novice, because we flew back with a couple of electromags and a couple of recyclers, and anything else, a couple of upgraded blue chips, not really super hugely useful stuff, to be honest. Oh, well, we would like more. Okay, you can do enough of that and then just, like, continue doing things because you were sitting there for a while. Yeah, I think we are thinking about moving the blue chips and low density structure requests to be sourced from Fulgora, because we have that now, or at least we don't actually have the spare blue chips, do we? Because we're turning them into modules and we're turning them into electromags and recyclers, and because we're doing all of that with quality upgrades, we don't actually have any spare, but we do have launch capacity. Somewhere in here we do have low density structure going into boxes. Yeah, this is the smaller of the route, so I think we can find someone who's doing the cargo stuff and change this to Fulgora, and maybe even drop it on Novice to reduce the effort from Novice. In fact, do we want to then... This is going to be 8 stacks, yeah? And we do have some amount of capacity because we're not moving all that much science yet, so maybe we do upgrade this to 800? Maybe, and then I'm pretty sure that all of these other ships also have that request in place, but I don't know if these silos have... Yeah, we're not doing automatic launches yet, but we should. And then why are we not... Are you... Oh, because you just left. But we should have 2 ships that should arrive that should then take LDS from Fulgora, and so we are successfully exporting some things from Fulgora, which is very cool. We also have this, yeah, these recyclers here are the first bootstrap, and I think we want to get more scrap in here as well. And then there's, yeah, because we just don't have that many mining drills left on these 2 starter patches. We ended up expanding down to these builds down here. But yeah, the point about Novice, about quality and tech multipliers, is we're going to attempt to scale by getting all of these assemblers and beacons and modules upgraded with quality, which is why we have these recyclers. How long have we been out of this stuff? Not long. Amazing. Okay, let's just like bounce into something else. Let's find a purple science that we want, and maybe it's mining productivity, but 180k is, yeah, that's a lot of stuff to work through, isn't it? Oh well. At that point we'll probably have enough agricultural science to finish off epic quality, which we might not actually use, but then we should find something else that's going to use the yellow and maybe military science, and maybe it's just the bullet damage. In fact, how much is this? 60k? Yeah, I think we're gonna use the bullet damage before we use the power armor. So that is a plan we're happy with. All these labs can do things, yeah, and because we're currently doing maybe half a blue belt, which is, you know, decent size. Actually, it's less than that because we haven't actually built the it only looked like that because of the dip from not having agricultural science. I think we're about half a red belt, which is, you know, pretty decent for an ongoing base. Not so great when you've got a 60 times tech multiplier to look at, but we can have that turnover and then, yeah, scale this into stacked belts via quality upgrades on buildings, and then also we've got like a lot of other things to do to pass the time while we're waiting for that tech to happen, which is cool. I think there were a couple of other things I wanted to do in, not many things, but just trying to get enough things as we're going along with stuff. In particular, okay, so first of all, actually, I wanted to check whether or not we had any of these modules free, and if we do have some upgraded quality modules, we should probably upgrade these guys. And yeah, science, when we get around to doing Fulgora science, might be an entirely new plan that we think about completely differently. Probably we should have, yeah, these guys want uncommons when we get around to it. These guys are going to want rares. This guy's going to want rares. The concrete, do we need to upgrade the ratios of the concrete so it more or less matches the holmium? Maybe. Do we want to upgrade the quality in, oh wait, did all of these recyclers get their quality upgrades? Yes. Do we want to upgrade, and I think all of these drills running out suggest that we don't necessarily want to upgrade the quality in these drills. I think we try and get Vulcanus drills here first, but also this and these belts being largely unused make me want to do a thing that looks, is that gonna, yeah, because we're going to want to run this through here and then upwards as blue belt, and then also just go right, and then we can have another belt of scrap here, which we are going to, yeah, let's drag it with us, I guess we are going this way, to try and get through our launch capacity into this location here. And I think we're going to try and run it through this line because that's going to get less in the way of silos, because we're going to want more silos. It's also going to get these recyclers doing more. I wonder if we can have more recyclers here. This is no longer going to want to be a side load because we don't have that much coming through here at all. Get that through here, like, oh, do we even have, I don't know if we have normal quality recyclers anymore, which is fine, because we should be able to just grab one of these uncommon quality recyclers and put these guys in here as well, and then figure out where can we go over, we can go over the oil sea with the undergrounds. So we're going to do that. We're going to sneak that through there, and then I think we can also kind of sneak it through. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Yeah, pull this through, not there. Pull it through here, and then don't be upgrading those things to red because it'll break stuff. Okay, so can we get, no, because Smart Belt did cool things for us. That's great. And yeah, we should have logistic requests to be clearing any scrap that gets into the storage back into any of the builds, which also means we can have bots kind of dealing with this stuff for us. And this should hopefully do a better job of... Actually, these guys here should also be lane balanced, probably, although I don't think we're going to be able to process a full red belt of scrap at the other side. But yeah, trying to upgrade electromags and modules to rare quality when we're on, you know, only a belt or two of scrap, pretty dodge, might not work out. And then the other thing that I was thinking of over here is that, yeah, all of these guys are running. We do have recyclers to take somewhere else, which is cool. The electromags, we are still probably limited by, yeah, at various levels we're limited by either by concrete or by, in the case of this guy, everything, but that's not the one that's like it's over here that we are still not catching enough blue chips, and the blue chips from the other line should be making their way through if they can. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking about doing, which I reckon we bash in here, is we're making, yeah, we don't necessarily have any uncommon module ones here, but we do have, I believe, a decent number of... Oh, it's not over here, it's over the other side. A decent number of, yeah, uncommon red chips, and then I think elsewhere we have uncommon blue chips, yes. And so I think what we're going to do here is, first of all, this guy isn't running all the time, and there are also maybe coils over here, so let's have... Yeah, we're not gonna spend too long on this, hopefully, but who knows. Actually, I wanted uncommon ones here, and I wanted to grab uncommon coils off this belt and also this belt. And then also common coils from this belt, which we are currently not using. Which way, I don't know, we're not going to worry about which side of the boat you guys end up on. Because if I could get another electromag, say, in here, with more or less the same modules, but making uncommon green circuits. Yeah, I think this is mostly going to do, kind of going to do what we want, maybe. If you sneak over to the side here, and then we can have long-handed inserters getting in here, fast inserter getting in here. What are you powering? Could you move? Okay, so now we can have... Yeah, we need to get some source of uncommon iron in there. And the thing is, we're also throwing away a lot of these uncommon gears. The idea is if we can make uncommon green chips... do you need to be over here? Cool. If we can make uncommon green chips, we can use more of these uncommon... and maybe even rare red chips and the same blue chips, although we don't think we have spare rare blue chips, to make uncommon, yeah, to make more of these dudes. In fact, this thing down here is a request chest, so that we could say, I think we might do it all here. If we go uncommon module 1s and also red chips of, say, 60, and then also blue chips of, say, 60. But also the reason why this is a request chest, this is on officer stuff we don't care about, is we can also say, you know, if we have more than 200, just vent this thing. And then these guys, if we have more than 600, and this is, you know, quite a lot, which is going to be fine, but this is why we're doing this stage here in a request chest, because it means that of all the stuff coming out of this recycler, we can set up these upper limits to then have bots just move stuff back to storage, and if we're ever short of one thing, maybe we can pull this out of storage. We should do this with the other qualities of things too, but yeah, lack of red chips, because we're trying to do things with red chips. Oh well. We also need to get uncommon gears to this guy. And now I'm wondering if we can have a belt here and here. And it looks like we can, which is cool, because it means we can have... Oh, we're going to need an uncommon one, aren't we? Because we have already thrown away all the common ones. Yeah, you can do this. And then we can have a similar, actually it's going to be gears, but uncommon. Because I believe we are throwing away all of the uncommon gears at the moment. And we're throwing away a lot of other gears as well. We're saving some of the iron for some of this stuff. We're using gears in other places. Oh, we actually don't have... Okay, in that case... Oh, I also don't know if we are upcycling... Oh, I failed to queue. Please queue better. I also don't know if we are... whether we are upcycling old recyclers out of the... Yeah, I don't know whether or not we are upcycling recycler ones that go into the storage into recycler 2s, and we might not be. Oh wait, you also specifically did not want any of these quality modules. We wanted this moduling for you, for no particular reason why. Nope, this way up. Can we do that? So we've got a... Do we need a recycler upgrade? Whatever, we can have a recycler upgrade. Mostly we wanted the modules, so that over here we could have... Yeah, so we've got regular coils that are getting into this guy, and we've also got the uncommon coils that are getting over here, and then we can also have some uncommon iron making its way over here, and then we can have uncommon green chips, with which we can combine... Yeah, and then I think we... I don't know that I'm doing that much with uncommon blue chips, but I've got a lot of uncommon red chips, so I think I want to do a more complicated... Well, okay, not a more complicated thing, but like another complicated thing here, because we're already... Yeah, we're doing the logistic request for these uncommon modules, and then I think we could even have 2 or 3... Do we have... I mean, do we have any other electromags at the moment is the question, or are we just throwing them away? The answer is no. We have no electromags. We are quality upcycling all of these things. Let's just check that we're not... Yeah, this is only uncommon quality. Maybe we also want to set these back to neutral quality for the moment, because getting out... I guess we just use the ones I've got. Whatever, it's going to be fine. Yeah, where are you? You're still running? Okay, whatever. Where was I? I was down here. Yeah, because we have a place where we can have uncommon green chips now, and so we would like here 2 dudes, I guess, to be making uncommon module 1s. This is going to be... do I need to... I think I actually need to give those guys a little more space. Did I already have a request? I already had a request set up to trash, and I've also got the request set up to trash module 2s as well. Let's not be trashing module 2s. This means that any... What filters do you... Oh, you don't have any filters. We're not... Yeah, so we're making electromags, maybe sometimes. Any electromag 1s get trashed. This is the box that will eventually trash the Electromag 2s, but Electromag 2s we would still like to be able to have to do things with, such as this build. Because what I was thinking of is, do I have any... I don't have any recyclers. Maybe bots have more of these things. But the idea being here is a place where we could have a recycler that will recycle blue chips at... maybe 40 of these things? Yeah, just recycle some blue chips into a... do I really want to recycle this into this box? I don't really want to recycle this into this box. I would rather have a smaller number. Yeah, I think we're just going to let this guy have 4 stacks of stuff. I think it's going to be fine. But then we also want to... have this guy filter for the red chips, because that's the side of belt that this guy's on, and then we also are still waiting on making more recyclers. We've got we've only got rare recyclers. We've got export quality recyclers is how we're going to think about that. It's going to be fine. Eventually we're going to get one of these guys. It's probably going to be fine. Yeah, this guy here wants to be green chips of uncommon quality. And the idea is now we run this thing like so, or more or less, and we have green and red chips with green chips preferentially being made from the coils and iron that we have, but filling them up with eventually... Okay, you know what? I don't think we're going to need... My bots are off. Eventually put that one back. I would rather have this one running, and we don't need quality or anything here. Yeah, and then I think we can go... Actually, I think here is going to be a quality version. Oh, yeah, let's just do regular electromags because I don't know how many of these guys we're going to have. Do I have... Yeah. More of these guys with quality, please. And here we are going to make uncommon quality 1 modules, and we're just going to put them in storage. I don't think we even put them in storage there. I think we just put them in storage here because we already need a power pole over here to power some of this stuff, and so we might be able to do it with 1 pole here. So... Yep, oh, you know what else they might like? They might like it if we gave them inputs. So, you go here, and then the power pole... Will it still connect everything that we need to? Yes, but it will be sad about not having all the stuff. Okay, that's unfortunate. We can swap these guys around so all of this moves over 1 tile. Cool, great. Wait, no, that means we also have to move... No, it doesn't. That's why we did that. We did it so things could go here and be moved in here and be fine. Okay. So then... The other part of this was, I guess, here's a place where we can request uncommon red chips. Probably, again, only like 60, not a whole lot. But now we are making green chips from cracked gears and coils, and maybe also blue chips, but principally the coils. We are grabbing uncommon red and blue chips from the network. We are making with quality 1 modules, and then yeah, these guys are just going to take their time with it. I think we are fine with this. I don't think we are concerned about this at all. I think if we get some module, if we get some electromag upgrades there, that would be great. In fact, it looks like we have... Yeah, you get to be rare. You get to be uncommon. Congratulations to you guys. And then down here in this request box, we're going to do the same thing for rares. Although I think at the rare level, we are going to be very short of blue chips. And the rares, we can probably limit these guys lower. Like, I think we're going to have enough rare red chips. Rare, these guys are like 40... wait, and then also the upper limit of, say, 200 rare red chips, whatever, and then also blue chips at rare, also like 40. We're sending low-density structure somewhere. I mean, it's probably low-density structure, which is very exciting. Okay, so we can now request in... We're requesting in these guys, probably. We've got more work for the rest of these assemblers to do. And then... Did these guys... I don't even know that these guys want more quality upgrades. Because we have a whole lot of uncommon stuff, but maybe not that much rare stuff. Because the rare stuff we are also, in particular rare blue chips, we are trying to turn into better quality landing gears. Yeah, cargo bays. And maybe we could do... Like, I'm seriously thinking about doing... These guys would need rare electric engines. These guys would need rare electric engines. If we could figure out how to get rare electric engines, which is not that hard, we could do all of these things here as well. Oh well, maybe we don't. Do we have... I want to check that the scrap thing is doing what we expected it to, and it's getting all the way over the base, and we're actually taking priority over these guys, and also priority over the weird little one over here, which is a little bit of a shame. We are nearly full on holmium solution. Okay, good reasons to go to... Yeah, we've got a couple of rare electromags. Okay, we do want to be taking better electromags with us, and we don't actually have the stuff for it yet. As in, we just don't have the electromags to take with us, with the exception of the 14 that I've got. Do I want to... Yeah, why not? Okay, so first of all, get these guys in here. That's where they want to go. And then I am going to take a bit of a risk and yeet all these common electromags into the things we want to be building. Yeah, oh wait, that's the other reason why we're not getting rare electromags. We are trashing the electromags into these other processes, and any rare quality stuff we are jumping into other chests, but then we are exposing... I guess the rare blue chips are the only things we might be stealing from here. So I think what we do to help balance that is we grab... Oh wait, we've also got a request for blue chips here. Okay, so it's probably fine. Okay, other things we wanted to do on Novice, because remember we wanted to be doing quality upgrades for all of these things, is... And this is also just so that we are doing something somewhere useful while we are waiting for... basically more electromags to hopefully happen. Yeah, we've got a whole lot of Prodmod 3s down here, and we should also have dropped... and yeah, the cargo landing pad is in a completely different place, which is not super helpful, but never mind. We should have dropped a couple of recyclers and a couple of... Actually, only 2 electromags. Interesting. Is that going to be enough to do what we want? Maybe. Let's... So I guess, are we going to try and do the... Well, wait, biochambers... Biolabs aren't made in an electromag, are they? They're just... Why am I not... Oh, yeah, it's over here. Yeah, they're just made in a regular old thing. So we could try and start to upgrade, recycle these as well. In fact, let's just... For all the biolabs that we are doing rare Prodmod upgrades, we are just going to smash these into uncommon biolabs immediately. So we should have a bunch of those there. Yeah, the Prodmod to Prodmod 3 upgrades are still the thing that we would like to work on. Biolab upgrades also going to be a thing. And we're getting the Prodmod 3s from over here, which is a completely different network, for which nothing happened here. It's fine. No war crimes were committed. No crimes against other species. This also means that we now have a fixed number. So we would need to go and resecure eggs. I thought we were going to be... this is going to be the thing where, because we've got less than 1 stack, when we add more items to this... when the bioflux is about to go off and we throw in a bunch more stuff, there's just kind of this geometric sequence of bioflux about to go off. So maybe we have to recapture some more nests somewhere. Actually, we're gonna have to do that, aren't we? Oh wait, we can still set up the thing to upgrade trash. Is here the place? Yeah, here. Let's do it here. We can still set up the thing to upgrade trash the Prodmod 3s we already have. And for that, we would need something like... Oh, yeah. Cool, yeah. I guess we just do this from the map, because we have 2 rare electromags. The first of which... I guess we can do... Yeah, rare... and uncommon, but we kind of want to leave a bit of space for this. We also have just the 1 recycler, which might be enough. And I think we just worry about upgrading these... Oh no, wait, we've got 2 recyclers, don't we? I think we just worry about upgrading these to uncommon for the moment. And if better ones fall out, that's fine. Do we have... Yeah, let's take these modules out. We're not using these guys either. So the plan is we should be able to put all of the prod mods in here. Can we just quickly figure out? We do not really have the quality modules. Oh, we've got enough of the uncommon quality modules. Okay, fine. Other things we also wanted to be exporting from Vulcanus. Okay, box goes here. Then we would also like a request box like over here, wherever, which I believe is probably not in range. This is going to request regular quality prod mod 3s, 50, whatever, don't care about how many. And then I think this guy is going to be prod mod 3s at regular quality. This one is going to be prod mod 3s at uncommon quality. Rares were, oh yeah, and then also these guys, pretty important. Are there any other quality processors in this part of the base with modules we could recover? Are these also uncommons? Like if we can find some, where are the red chips over? Yeah, all of these things, we took the quality out of these guys. Beacons only have uncommons. The red chips don't have any. Yeah, okay, so yeah, bouncing to the map again because we forget where we are. We are going to just do this with these uncommons, I believe. Is Novice? Novice is not complaining about this, which is fine. Okay, we also don't need to power this yet. Actually, I also wanted to go slightly further away for reasons that will become apparent. And then, can you actually move? Do you need to move up? No, this is going to be fine, isn't it? So, something like this, and then we're going to add some conditions to all of these before we actually power and supply these. And there is a reason why we're doing this in the sticks. I don't think we need to limit this box at all, but this guy wants to go... actually, should we... No, because we could do it with the request later, can't we? We can do... This guy wants to go use filters for better than normal. And I think these things mostly are here so we can change them later, because the dude with better than normal filters kind of doesn't matter, and this filter here also kind of doesn't matter. The thing we do want to do is I want to tie this recycler to this electromag. Do I need to read whether or not you are... Yeah, read working. W seems like a good work signal. And what is... This has some value if we are working, or something, I believe. I want to do this. I want this inserter to run if the electromag is not working. Because that, like, I don't want to throw all the eggs in here. Actually, I did want to be able to do the same kind of request thing here as well. And then, yeah, I wanted to be able to go here, red chips, uncommon or uncommon? I will think about this later, but basically do the same request and yeet option here, basically so that if we have too many eggs here, we can still go and just request the other items we need to always be using the eggs. And like, I think we're going to have another one of these guys over here dealing with rare, but we're not going to deal with that yet. It's time to... It's actually... Yeah, it's time to power this. There's a couple of things we want to do simultaneously as we power it, because you will be able to tell that this is not necessarily a safe setup yet, because there's the possibility of eggs arriving and having a good time, and we are not okay with that. We are the only entity allowed to have a good time. Eggs are not allowed to have a good time. That's how it works, yeah. Bunch of stuff around here like this. This is going to be fine. We're going to need some... do I have... Yeah, I've got these guys on my hotbar. So this will get everything powered, and then we would like to find over here is a spot where we have a pile of landmines. And this is going to be how we defend against the possibility of eggs doing things we don't want them to. So this is a situation that strikes me as being safe. There is actually, yeah, okay, so there's a chance, we might have to do a combinator thing here, because there's a chance that we get the wrong things in here, or that this is target full, because you're still full, you're still working. I mean, we did give this a rare electromag plant, so it's probably fine. I am not super concerned that we get too many. Yeah, I think we set up the requests for blue chips, and we set up the requests for prod mod. Is that true? I think the first thing we do is we look at whether or not we've got any decent number of electromags to take anywhere else. Not really. Do we have a decent number of recyclers to take somewhere else? And we're actually still limited by holmium. Yeah, we need to go and... We do definitely have enough recyclers to take to Vulcanus and start making the parts. Yeah, start making better mining drills, start making... Then you're limited by coils, which I'm not particularly surprised about, but it's fine because they're crashing the green chips. Oh, we have a lot of you guys. Why? Do you just need more help now? You're a regular electromag plant. Okay. I think we're fine with that. In that case, do I have... Oh no, I yeeted all my electromags, didn't I? Okay. I guess we are going to use one of these or two of these. Because on one hand, you are... Yeah, you've got all the stuff you want. I think we actually want to do a thing where we go... we did the same thing. We've also used another of our rare electromags. We didn't have all that many of them sitting around. Oh well, never mind. But I think we just make more uncommon electromag 2s. But we are maybe short of the blue chips to be doing that. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of blue chips. But like, what else are we doing with the uncommon blue chips? Only common blue chips are going over here. Uncommon blue chips are going... Okay, yeah, we are just blasting everything at the rate at which it happens. And we might also be leaking holmium because do you matter? Could you not matter? Okay, so these guys are done, which is fantastic. We can clear some of this junk out the way. And then you are not Okay. Can we power you from the other side? Because I would rather be able to have more holmium storage. We are protected. We've got these tanks. We can keep all of this running. Because I think when we drop a foundry in here, we are going to be able to process this out at faster than we can process the holmium. But at the moment, we might also be dropping holmium, and we rather wouldn't. Okay, so we've got these guys making module 2s. Do we just make all the module 2s? I think we limit the number of module 2s we make. Also so that this process can back up on green chips, which it already has. Are you... These... Yeah, okay. Oh wait, can we... You're inputting here. Can we put an inserter here? Is that a thing that's going to work? And are we going to be able to grab the Okay. So I think this is... So this inserter here doesn't actually matter. It's fine. We can take the red chips out. Do we also... I don't think we want to put the red chips in the network because we've got another source of red chips. Okay, fine. I think what we do is we check on whether or not these guys are making their things. Products finished 9. We're getting an uncommon thing out. You are not necessarily doing anything because we don't have the uncommon things we need. We do, however, also need... Yeah, we've got to get this stuff set up so that we don't ever run into the situation of having the eggs explode. and I think I do that, and yeah, do this kind of limit stuff for these chest things. Look at the same on Fulgora while we are waiting for a couple of other electromags to fall out, and then with that done, we call Fulgora complete for now, properly rotating, and head to Vulcanus. We got so excited at the possibility of heading to Vulcanus and setting up for high quality foundries and drills that we got some fairly important parts, so we're heading back to Novus. First of all, we took a ship with us that didn't have cargo landing bays or any, didn't have the landing bays, didn't have any of the cargo extension, so we got to go back and get that. Let's just throw that in from Novus. Novus should have a couple of them, should be fine. We should actually be going to Novus, and we're going to need a circuit condition of anything greater than 0 because I can't use the passenger presence because I'm actually on this ship. And so yeah, so we also sent a different ship over to Vulcanus. This ship is going to join us, different ship over to Fulgora to get the modules. This ship is going to join us at Vulcanus. It is a ship that has landing bays. We're only going to need one of these, but it's going to be fine. And then we should be able to say in here, let's actually get, I believe we should have 100 uncommon quality 2s to play with, and I think another 50 quality, rare qualities to play with. And so I think this also means that we should be, 48, very, very nearly. That's going to be fine. So there were a couple of other things. Yeah, Fulgora, we changed a couple of things. We changed the balancing around the venting so to make this flow better. We also realized we had an inserter bottleneck on the recyclers. In particular, this is not actually, all of these things are going past and also changing their qualities and changing their types. It turned out the trick was not just more inserters, but also override stack size to 1, because these inserters waiting to pick up a second item of the same quality and type was one of the big drags of time. We also added down, somewhere down here, we are pulling blue chips off the belt before anything else because we need them to be launching rockets, and we are also holding basic quality refined concrete so we can keep this guy running to get more of the higher quality stuff out to match the holmium output. And we should have, do we want to be, I think maybe we want to be trashing the uncommon recyclers as well. Yeah, we are negative on blue chips for as long as we are making the recyclers and the electromags. But the other thing I wanted to do was, if we've got enough of these quality 2s, and we do, I think this setup wants to change to blast everything except, to blast everything under rare, and then keep only the things better than rare. There's also a possibility in here that we end up with epic stuff falling out of this assembler. We're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do is put a request here that will now request both that will request 20 uncommon module 2s. So we are making sure that we've got basic quality modules to be able to put in mining drills and things like that, but we're not going to have any uncommons, and we are going to have maybe some rares. So I think what we also want to do is you want to upgrade to uncommon, and then if we get any epics, because we do have epics now, these guys are probably going to be the first places we want to do the epics better. 214? Why are we requesting 214? Is there something about when we blasted it into the recycler, it requested all of these stacks or something? We're still requesting 210. Okay, wild. We are going to presume this is fine. I hope the Logibots aren't going to figure out how to destroy... That's such a weird number. Oh well. Moving on. It's going to be fine. The other thing we wanted from... Actually, a couple of other things. I wanted to check what foundries made, because we forgot about how to make recyclers before we went to Vulcanus, and this actually needs refined concrete. So another thing we should be doing... Is this my ship in space around Novice? Yes, and we've got the 20 cargo bays, which is great. Let's also get ourselves... Because Novice is making this as well. Let's get 400 refined concrete from Novice. And then the change I wanted to make on Novice... Yeah, we got ourselves... Where are they? Biolabs in here? We got ourselves... we managed to tweak the numbers of stacks we manually sent up so that we could have one rare recycler dropped on Novice, which we want to drop in here. Because it turns out that this guy is waiting for stuff. And so we're going to fix that by upgrading this recycler from basic to rare, which means believe we still have in the logistic network a large number of prod 3s to work with. So that's great. We can turn them all into better quality prod 3s. And actually, if we have... I no longer have this upgrade planner. I was going to say, if we have the possibility of epics falling out now, and we do, then we should go epic prod mod 3s in some of these places that already have rares. And are we requesting... We are requesting a sensible number of epics. It's just the quality module 2s that we ended up asking for far too many of. These guys also have... Yeah, we're going to ask for requests for all of these guys, just so that we've got places to put the next large... Because if we get an epic, we will socket it in one of these biolabs, but then a rare will fall out, which will socket in one of these biolabs, but then an uncommon will fall out, so we need to have more requests of all the downhill types to tolerate making one of the better ones. That's all fine. Can we now set these ships on... So you've got your modules. Is that the only thing we needed from here? I believe it is. Is there anything else that I want to drop to Fulgora? Probably not. I think we just go you to Vulcanus. Also passenger present. I am waiting around here doing... yeah, I think we can just go to Vulcanus as well. And yeah, I realized that the reason on Novice why we ran into the situation of running out of bioflux is that we only had, this is the only ship that's actually doing the bioflux stuff. And so while we were having Argaroth in orbit of Fulgora doing the mole thing, that's when Novice ran out of bioflux. That was a little bit embarrassing. Oh well. We are at least on our way to Vulcanus again. Priorities for Vulcanus include... Yeah, do we actually have... we've got enough of these things. We can drop these immediately when we get there. I don't think there's necessarily much from this craft that I want to fire down. Oh yeah, actually, let's do power grid immediately as well. I mean, these aren't going into a storage bay, but you know, whatever. Drop to a planet, drop to Vulcanus. Things we want to do at Vulcanus. Launch capacity, definitely. Science, optional. Yeah, achievements all over the place because of speedruns and loading old save games and stuff like that. We also would like to be juggling a whole pile of stuff up to rare. Oh, I can't actually deletion plan of this yet. Yeah, give me these things, figure out where we can have our bots, get our bots, and then just start grabbing stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to want ship redesign stuff as well at some point, mostly with high quality rocket parts. We have not. Yeah, we've still got all those requests outstanding on Fulgora, which is weird. Never mind. Do I have... I've got Oh yeah, that was the other thing we were having the other ship do for us as well. This ship that is on our way is the one that has electric furnaces that we would need to cook the stone. So give me the electric furnaces, give me one of the landing pads. Is there anything else we would... Actually, I mean, we're going to have to build more turrets eventually ourselves anyway. I don't think there's a whole lot of other stuff we want at this point. All of this is stuff that's going to turn up later. Yeah, I think we just figure out... Remember how to build a Vulcanus. Oh wait, yeah, there's... Because we've got the... Here's all the coal, which is great. We're getting a bunch of stone, and then we also... Yeah, we've got... Remind me from the tree how this works. Where's the next thing? Where's the next Vulcanus looking thing we're looking at? Is it calcite? Yeah, it's calcite processing. Vulcanus, we need to mine some calcite. Okay, that's fine. And then we can go and do foundry stuff. Yeah, and then this is... Yeah, we can... Coal, acid, that's right, we need the pump jacks. I don't think we brought either pump jacks or refineries with us, and we're also going to need to figure out where some calcite is that isn't being grabbed by a demolisher already. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of a walk, because I don't think we really need all this stuff as we figure out... Actually... Here's the calcite. Does the calcite always spawn on top of a hill, or is it just the maps I've seen, does it happen to be on top of a hill? Okay, so where are we? I think we're going to put the power grid we have in here, because we're going to need this for assorted stuff. Where does this guy connect? It connects there. Looks like we've got space for another couple of these down here. Could we be doing this with a pattern that has a lot more... do we have many of these left? We've got 2 of these left, fine. Yeah, could we be doing this with a pattern that makes better use of all of the accumulators in between the empty space we've got? Probably. Are we going to bother with that? Not at all. Yeah, I kind of do want to go back to Fulgora just to make sure that it doesn't decide... Yeah, that it doesn't decide to trash the first 200 epic quality 2 modules we would like to make. But okay, so we've got power grid kind of running. We have... Where's my ship that I brought here? Because we would like things to make pump jacks, which is steel and gears and green chips. And I was wondering whether or not we were going to wait for the other ship to arrive to drop some of the stuff down, but I don't think we are. I think we're just going to go, you know, give me the stuff. Give me, yeah, all the stuff that we definitely should have waited until this guy dropped down the orbital landing pad. Never mind, don't worry about it. Yeah, we now have a bunch of these guys to go and collect. We're going to have to find some tungsten at some point as well. That's not a big deal. Give me these guys back. And then shouldn't we also... Did that land right on me? I think I got under that at exactly the wrong time as it landed. And do I have... Yeah, so now I've got these guys. Let's go and put this by the power grid, I guess. Yeah, I think I was in exactly the wrong place and got hit by a thing that was landing in a way that was pretty funny. Okay, I think we want to leave... Yeah, we want to leave a bit of space out here. So that we can, yeah, and then we are going to add the group of the Space Small. The Space Small is the one with all the stuff we have, and then the other one we want is the Beaconage group. And that will just request all of the helpful stuff, and then hopefully before that stuff arrives, we can give it the space it needs to not crash. As in, we don't particularly want to be blasting all of that stuff onto the ground, but it's not actually a big deal. Okay, so we've got a ton of space, that's fine. We want to be making, yeah, we have the stuff to make pump jacks, so I think we're going to crank out a couple of pump jacks. I think we should also be, yeah, we should be getting these guys and the chem plants and more of that. We should have mining drills turning up here at some point as well. yeah, all the spaceships just going, hey, you know what, let me give you the stuff. I might actually put these guys back. I might actually, yeah, I think we're going to immediately start roboporting this in a totally understandable way. And by that I mean a way to which I can be sympathetic, not a way that actually makes a degree of sense. Yeah, we're going to come down here, we're going to go Roboport, we're going to go Assembler? Assembler here. Why do we not have... Oh, because I need the assemblers. We're going to go Construction Bot, and we're going to go in here and over there. And then we just need some power grid here. We're going to do that with... Why do we not have... I guess no one was around to make that happen. Oh well, give me these guys. We need to mine some calcite. We need to figure out where... Oh yeah, I see it on the map. It's down here. That's fine. Do we also want pipes? Because we don't have a lot of pipes at the moment. In fact, I think we might just go double hand-fed pipe. And then also, if we have these furnaces... I don't have a whole lot of plan of what to do with these yet, so I think we're just going to go, yeah, speed everywhere, prod 3 everywhere, apparently. In fact, I would rather have these guys out and get some stuff to make boxes with, and then just cook all of this stuff separately. Okay, we're going to move this slightly, no big deal. You can go here, and so these guys can have all of the stone. This guy can have all of the... Yeah, we don't need the concrete, do we? Because we've already got all of the concrete. And then, actually the other list... Yeah, we're going to do this with a list. We're just going to go Vulcanus time, add it as a list, and just dump all the stuff down to the surface. It's going to be fine. And yeah, okay. Let's go and get some pipes. You are... still not waiting on... Do we have... Actually, at this point, have we dropped everything that we wanted to? And should we... Also, do we have any Fulgoran science? And the answer to... Well, Fulgoran science, Gleben science that we need to take back. The answer to that is no. I think we have you drop a bunch of helpful stuff. And by helpful stuff, we mean maybe all of the things? Maybe all of the things? A lot of these things, do we want... Yeah, whatever. A lot of the stuff we are going to be able to build here very soon anyway. Blue chips actually being one of the things that are going to be difficult. Well, okay, we'll take a little bit more effort to build here. And then I think we want to set this ship... The silo ingredients, the beaconage stuff. Yeah, I think we want to grab... Frederick has the schedule that goes through Gleba and Fulgora to be able to pick up all the stuff. So, grab this, give it to Michael. Congratulations, just go to Novice for the conclusion of that, but I think you're probably fine. Zelba, are you doing anything that... Also, do you have any Gleben science? No. Are we doing the same? I think we leave the Vulcanus science one up and also just keep that going as well, but we'll send you to the one where you get to wait longer at Novice so we don't have all the ships in the same place. Should we have... No, we don't need heat exchangers, do we? Because we get steam out of the turbines. Okay, we are going to have to pull these guys back at some point. Oh yeah, we also just turned off all these things, didn't we? Because we pasted the thing. So let's make sure that everyone gets their stuff. And then also the thing I was going to do is, yeah, is it... Yeah, here we've got... How many is it? 26 upgrades? I think we unupgrade... yeah. Yeah, I think we unupgrade a lot of these cargo things so that we have just 10 waiting for upgrades on each ship. So that should mean you've now got 10 things to be upgraded? Yes. And then I think on several other ships, we also give them 10 upgrades each. Nope, get the quality right. So rather than rather than upgrading all the capacity on just one ship, which isn't going to get a whole lot done, we are going to make sure that several of the ships... turn you guys on. Yeah, you're looking for 10. Not there. You are also looking for 10. And then... this is the... and I think they're all going past Fulgora. Maybe they're not. No big deal. This means that whenever... yeah, Fulgora is going to have a fun time. Why did we not get the quality again? Fulgora is going to have a fun time making all of these for all the ships, and we will spread them around a little more. It's going to be fine, and we also won't have 4 of them sitting in one storage bay. Okay, do we have... we will need to be taking power, won't we? So... let's grab power from somewhere. I don't really care where. If anyone is wondering, we are absolutely doing spaghetti mess again. That's totally what's going to happen. That was probably always what's going to happen. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out the way. Get some of this stuff out the way. And start mining some tungsten. Mining some tungsten? That would be a little bit premature. We are going to start mining some calcite, which is still a good time, but is also not tungsten. And then it's tungsten and... actually, can we... I think here we're going to go speed, and then I believe we dropped some efficiency module 2s, which we don't really care about, but I believe we dropped them and the bots should have them. So after we... also, is this calcite, normal mining time, 18 in one position, 18 in another position, 40% productivity. This is not a red belt of calcite, but I don't think we need that much calcite, and I also might just not care. But the thing we should do, if we want bots to be able to do this, is be able to bring those modules in here, so that's going to be fine. Oh yeah, we want to bring this south, don't we? I think we want to see if we can get this... yeah, out of the way of those cliffs. But the other thing we're going to need... why do you not have... do you not have roboports? You don't have drone frames yet. Okay. In that case, yeah, you have that one, and then you have that kind of stuff. And now you guys can get building things, and it's going to be fine. And I am going to take power down here to also get some of these pump jacks on the sulfuric acid. And yeah, we have a lot of sulfuric acid to play with, don't we? Which is fine. I'm on board with that. Are we also just going to fully speed module all of these? I think we might. And we also don't have all those speed modules, which means we need to bring the... yeah, we need to have bots down here doing this as well. Can you go here so that I can get one of these underground, and that might make several things slightly easier to manage. Or it might not, whatever. Optional, doesn't really mind. Yeah, okay, so roboports here. Where are we? Okay, I guess we're just going over here, and we're just going to connect all of these things, and it's going to be fine. And then we want an acid pipe from here somewhere as well. And then the first thing we do with acid is we make steam into the turbines, yeah? And we've now got all of this in the grid. We've got a little bit of solar power. We've also got... can we have... if we dropped more accumulators here, would these big poles connect? And the answer is yes, so I think we're going to. We also need to give the bots storage somewhere, which means we need to get red ships. So maybe we're not actually at the point of view. Give me these. Give me all the chem plants. Yeah, give me red ships, give me steel, give me... yeah, we got the heat exchangers here as well. Oh well, never mind. We are going to need a bunch of offshore pumps. We're going to need more pump jacks, probably. We're going to need more chem plants. The thing I said we needed is... yeah, and then is it down to steel, which is pretty easy to get in Vulcanus, so I don't really mind. Do I actually want to do that? Do foundries... can I make foundries now? Are foundries a thing I have unlocked? Where where I don't think I've unlocked foundries yet. Somewhere in the glass processing is a super interesting thing that we're going to get around to at some point. Yeah, I was going to go back through here to get to thrusters, to get to Vulcanus, to see whether or not... Oh, I need to make the tungsten carbide to make the foundry, and then I do need steel for the foundry. So having 50 of the first steel around would be pretty good, but we can also just go... you know what? Give me all of these guys. Do you also have more iron? I have some more iron. So... You guys are both going to make me the steel, and we will have enough steel to make the initial boxes, which is fine, and then we can worry over here. Not like that. We can throw in... Oh yeah, because we wanted to make them the storage things. That's what we knew we were doing that. Okay, fine. Give me a bunch of pipes in a row, because we would like to be able to have... these guys doing... Oh wait, that's way too much, isn't it, for this calcite and sulfuric acid? Yeah, this is giving me so much steam. I think we're fine with that. Do we even want to prod mod this? I don't think we do. I think we're just going to get rid of a couple of these guys and just have 4 of them. And then also make sure that these guys can get everything they might want. And the rest of what they might want is this calcite. I've run out of belt, that's fine. Bots should have belt. Oh yeah, because we also needed to drop these storage chests, which we haven't done yet. Things that are fine. Okay, so over here, is this getting in the way? No, we can get lava from a bunch of places, can't we? Turbines. Turbines, we can go... We can do this pattern of 3 turbines that we like quite a bit, with 3 dudes in the middle here, and... Do we have space to do more of this? Maybe. These bots are a little bit unhappy, but, you know, whatever, they'll be fine. Okay, so we're building through these cliffs in a reasonably inconvenient way. Oh, well, can I have... Yeah, we've just put this in a quite inconvenient place, haven't we? Oh, well, never mind. I've done worse before and will do worse again. We have a whole, nearly a whole pile of power grid. We would like, yeah, these guys through here as well, and then we actually need to get this on grid somehow. So you're going to connect there, and you're going to connect here, and now we should have all the power grid we need for a bunch. And I don't have any splitters. I have a bunch of other stuff that we want to give back to these dudes. And then we also have some storage over here. Oh, hey! There's a demolisher somewhere nearby. We're probably not going to worry about them yet. We need to get onto the tungsten carbide stuff. And we still don't actually have the frames for that, dude. Oh, well. None of you guys... Yeah, you guys are both clear. So we're just going to give you the stuff... oh wait, we've done a very silly thing. We also needed the refined... Oh, have we already dropped the refined concrete? Because it was in the... group that had the Vulcanus requests on it. Is that already a thing that's happened? You've got some more stuff. You've got the drone frames we want, and you've also got... You're heading back to Novice. I think after that, we would actually like you to go Vulcanus. Vulcanus after Novice, and then Passenger Present, because I'm not going to be there. So this is going to hold us here, and then we're going to be able to collect more stuff, and we're also going to be able to get the drone frames, and hopefully we can drop a decent amount of this agricultural science. We have nearly done stack and soda, which is wild. I have got the reinforced concrete, which is big. We did want that. Okay, give me the... Yeah, just give me all this stuff, whatever. Give me this stuff too, and then I don't want the stone bricks. And what are we even doing next? I think we've got... So we've got our power grid. We need to be doing the... Yeah, we need to be doing the tungsten carbide thing, isn't it? That's the thing that is next. Is this enough space? The thing is, we also... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to craft... Yeah, give me 8 radars. We're going to have a little bit more space through this thing? Sure. because we would like to have somewhere the tungsten carbide, for which I believe we need... Oh, we need carbon as well. I probably should have known that from A, having played the game before, and B, just like the name, it's in the name. Do I need... I think we're going to go... I mean, we've got... I should have just done that from the map rather than running over there. Yeah, I should have... Where are we doing things? I think we're just going to bash some things in. It's going to be fine. So you need... Yeah, you guys just need stuff. And then I did want to get in here. I think we're going to go... I've got quality module 2s. Or at least quality speed modules. I don't think we bother with quality. I think we give these guys one speed module each and then one efficiency module each, and we pretend that we care about this process, but we kind of don't. It's mostly fine. And then I did want, yeah, to try and, is this into the most valuable space? Maybe, because it's kind of by the hub. I guess we're doing a lot of building down here. I don't know. Anyway, ways we make a... Do we get big drills before we get foundries? Or we do... Oh no, we've just done foundries. So now we can make foundries if we had lubricant, which means we need... Oh, we need the oil refineries to get the coal and acid. I'm vaguely remembering how things happen. Yeah, give me the steel, give me this stuff, because I would like 6 oil refineries. Sure. Decent number, it's fine. Is this all... Yes, this is quite a lot of coal. Do I still have somewhere in my paste buffer the mining drill setup? No. Okay, we're going to go and get the mining drill setup again. Oh, I did want to drop... I definitely did want to drop the radars somewhere so that we could figure out where stuff is, basically. Is this also the wrong direction? Do I want to go down here? I think I might want to go down here. None of these guys are powered yet, so it's fine. And that means that we would be putting it like so. Whatever. Like so. Yeah, sure. Power can get in here. That's one we can move later. Power can also go down here because we'll probably be using it to jump into different builds. And then I think other things we do are we turn off my bots and we just have bots deal with all of this faff. Maybe we should have come to the right, because it looks a whole lot like the way we're getting this coal out is because we need the coal and we also need this, maybe. I mean, let's actually remind ourselves of what this process actually is. I'm pretty sure this is the process we're doing. We also need the calcite, we need the coal, and we need the sulfuric acid. All of this is totally manageable, and this gives us the heavy oil that we want. Do we need much of this? I guess we need the heavy oil to break it down into the gas for plastic and the light oil and other things like that. But at the moment, when we're mostly thinking about... yeah, I think at the point where we are mostly thinking about the mauling basic stuff for... Actually, how much do you guys need? And why do we only have one? Oh, because my bots are off. That's why. We don't actually need all that much of it. I think we want to... Are we going to prod mod these as well? I guess. I think we're going to do just like rainbow mods here, because I do like the rainbow mods as a thing. Yeah, you guys get all of that. It's fine. Long power pole, like in here or something, whatever. Did we... We got rid of the pipe assembler, so I think we're going to want to put back the pipe assembler and then just do it, like do a little temporary thing somewhere, because we're going to need some amount of pipe. Bots can have some of these things because they're probably going to need them. I've got an array of junk in my inventory. I wonder if I can clear this out by, yeah, doing that. Okay. So we can get lubricant somewhere. Whereas, I think we're going down for this, aren't we? I think we may have put in the, I think we may have put these guys in upside down, because it looks like, are we going to need more than one lubricant? I don't know, whatever, I'm not even worrying about it. Yeah, you can have power down here, we can have more power in here, we can get these guys doing a thing. We've got 10 lubricant a second, it's fine. We needed to get this coal. Something like this, is that, I think that's going to annoy me later. I think we want to move that bit back, you know, whatever. It's going to be fine. So we're going to have a heavy oil, we're going to have lubricant. We are... Now that we no longer have the 214, we've put 2 here, we've put 1 here. I do think... Yeah, this 200 item thing is weird, but as long as we're not putting them in the trash slot, I am fine. And there was a moment where this was clear and we didn't see a quality module upgrade request in there, so I think that's fine, and we are going to pretend that things are normal. Okay. Also, we need the calcite, so I don't have a splitter, but bots do. Where are we getting this calcite in? I think we're getting this calcite in... Oh, maybe we should also have been thinking about how this would play with stacked inserters, because this does not look like it's a long-term pattern. But also, whatever. Yeah, okay, so we're going to move that as well. All the calcite is going to get over here. You're going to get calcite. You're going to get calcite. That's going to be gross. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, so now we have lubricant. This should be a way with which we can get foundries. I have one of these guys. And we're down here because I kind of wanted space to be able to do everything we wanted later. Is that really our last... This is really our last Roboport. I guess we've got some more... Hopefully we have more in the base. We can go there. You can go... Actually, don't care. We're only going to be making one foundry here anyway. For reasons that are probably obvious. In that as soon as we have a foundry, we are going to be making foundries with the foundry. And then also we probably... Yeah, so we've got the ability to make big drills now, which is important. Give me all the prod mods. Because a lot of this is going to be hand-fed to start with. Yeah, give me this. Find the foundry, put the foundry here, make more foundries. What does it take to make big drills? Electric engines, red chips. If we're doing this... Yeah, because the thing I'm thinking about as I'm thinking about mauling stuff is, which of these items do we make at common quality and then try and juggle, and which do we try and upgrade and then produce? And the advantage of making electronic engine units at rare quality and making all the big drills at rare quality is we can also use the upgraded electric units for space stuff, but getting red chips at high quality might be a little bit of a pain. Okay, you actually want it to be here. It's fine, no big deal. Have some quality modules, have whatever you need. I would like to... Yeah, do I have more stuff to give you guys? Oh, it's actually the carbide, and the carbon we also... Do we make that in a chem plant? Carbide in coal and sulfuric acid in a chem plant. Yes. And how many do you need? You need 1.25. How many are you making? You're making 1. So if we went prod, we're going to continue to do the rainbow thing, because why not? This is probably going to be pretty close to 1-to-1. And so if you go... Actually, you're going to need to go here, aren't you? You know what? You guys can go like this. And then also in here like so. which means that this pipe is going to move back, but in a way that we are not concerned about. We're going to need power through here, which is fine, and then we're going to need coal. Oh, hey, here's some coal. I have underground belt. I think we're going to try and imagine that some of this space will stay clear, but I also don't imagine that it's going to be doing that for very long. And now we have... Do we just put this in a box? I think for a little while. But we also, no, it ties to the quality plan, doesn't it? Because if we want to just be making... Okay, the thing we should actually do is get these guys actually all running first. Yeah, you can come in here and here. Because if we want to be... It depends whether we are making foundries at regular quality and juggling them up, or making foundries at... Yeah, making all these parts at high quality. Can we... What's the foundry... Okay, give me foundry. What's the foundry concrete recipe? Do we have the foundry concrete recipe? Stone bricks, iron, water. So we would... So the stone bricks are things we get from outputs of... Yeah, so we've actually got to maul a bunch of stuff now, don't we? That's where we are. We want to get... And I guess if we want silos, we still... Yeah, so I think a thing we want to end up doing is something like a very regular looking inserters into long-handed, into fast, and then stack, etc., except all at rare quality. Long-handed inserters at rare quality. I think rare is going to be the target maul, like, quality that we're aiming for. Belts kind of don't matter. So we want plates and chips and more plates for gears, and maybe copper at rare quality. Copper at rare quality is going to be an interesting thing. We also need to be doing this at regular quality because we're going to want electric engines at normal quality to be able to make silos with, and also at rare quality to be able to make... yeah, both of these guys need... Only the big drills... I think maybe we make big drills at regular quality and then start juggling them, because we've got a lot of drills sitting around. The tungsten carbide is coming out at normal quality. These guys... I would really like to be able to... Because juggling... Yeah, juggling... I wanted to look at... So we're going to use the box recipes to juggle iron and steel, because that's fine. And then I wanted to look at the heat exchangers, which are a lot of copper and not much steel and not much pipe. Or maybe the heat pipe, which is simpler because it's just copper and steel, and we will... Copper gears, yeah. I think it's going to be heat pipe. I think we juggle copper using heat pipe, because we are still going to want more steel than copper. Yeah, okay. So, what do we need to do that? I think we now just want to be, yeah, like big drills. We're not even going to worry about yet. We want to maul a bunch of stuff, and we want to maul... is that true? We actually need more of this tungsten carbide, of which I said I was going to put in a box and then didn't. Yeah, because I was wondering about whether we... I mean, we're going to have to build it at some point, right? And it's going to have to, through some mechanism, get down here, but I would like to continue to have... Or I think I would like to have a better idea of... Oh yeah, because I picked that up, didn't I? We need the big drills for that. But it's fine. 2 uncommon foundries. There we go. That's what we're talking about. That's what we wanted. So which of these kinds of rocks have... Oh wait. Do I also have... this should be back here, I guess. And then we can... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't matter because we put this stuff on a separate belt with a separate set of inserters. But I believe that we should be able to... maybe if we have more roboports, do we... I think we dropped more roboports. Yeah, more roboports here, and then this stuff we should be able to request. Because I believe we probably have... If not a whole lot in storage, we can just have... the bots kind of deal with it, because I would rather not deal with it. And we're getting sulfur as well. Is it the big ones that have, or just all of them? Looks like all of them. In that case, yeah, have a good time, bots. We're also going to need logistics bots. So is that ship that we asked to be around Vulcanus here? And can we have green ships, red ships? Do we need some blue ships? I don't think we need blue ships. We've already dropped the frames. And then is there anything else I want? Maybe the furnaces, maybe the drills, maybe turbines, roboports. You know what? Bunch of stuff. It's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. Just drop in a bunch of stuff. The heat pipe we can juggle. The beacons we're going to want. Cool. Is that enough stuff? And do we just let this guy go back to... Do we let this guy just go back to the regular route? Especially if we've dropped everything. Oh wait, have we? Do we still have... Did we make all these guys into construction robots? We may have made all these guys into construction robots, which would be pretty funny. Which I'm also kind of fine with. Having a lot of construction robots also kind of fine. Yeah, I think we need to go and send that ship on another trip back to Novice to pick up more drone frames so that we can build the logistics bots we need. Yeah, we're going to ignore that. Yeah, give me any of the tungsten we have because we would like that. And then maybe we could set up requests for these guys, but I kind of don't care about all that. It's going to be fine. Oh, that one's not going to work, is it? Whatever. Okay, moving on. I get all of this tungsten into where... Yeah, I just built this thing. However, I already forgotten where things are supposed to be. And then calcite can also just get out of my thing. Should we set up some... No, we're not going to set up calcite recycling yet. It's just not worth... Okay, so we have a lot of tungsten. We have foundries happening. We actually need more steel for foundries now, which is nice. And then I think we need to go and figure out how to... Yeah, / remember how we get stuff made from... Yeah, how we make foundries do things, basically. So we're going to have Roboport coverage over here, partly so we can grab all of this stuff, because I will continue to enjoy having that sort of tungsten until we get our drills together. Actually, what actually does it take to get to drills? We need to have some tungsten carbide left over to get to drills so that we do not accidentally run ourselves out of tungsten and need to find tungsten somewhere else. Okay, fine. How many... Oh yeah, maybe a thing we should do, probably not with stack inserters, is just be able to output these foundries, especially if we're getting foundries of different qualities. Yeah, let's go get more steel for these foundries. I had more steel over here. Is it much steel? Do you have much steel? You have some steel? That is more... Maybe we should... Yeah, I think because we've also got this tungsten carbide, and we are just going to go have all this, have all this. I think that's probably enough. Maybe more green chips. And we've already... I mean, green chips feed to quite a large volume. Why? Yeah, because we were silly is why. Yeah, you have all the steel. That's all fine. Lots of foundries. Is that... So we've now got 4 uncommon foundries. This is a good start. I'm pretty sure I made offshore pumps. Stuck on a cliff. That's going to be continue. Is that not a rock? It is a rock. Get it out of my way. I didn't actually need to run all the way over here, did I? But now that we have... Yeah, we are probably going to want a lot of lava. It's probably fine. I am not super concerned. We've got calcite here. Is this a spot where we should be doing... I think it might be. I think we should be doing... Yeah, let's not do mighty bots. I think we should be doing smelting, at least the first kind of smelting in here. Because we've got... Okay, so we can have... Yeah, all these recipes. Molten iron from lava. We need the calcite. These ones don't matter. And then we can just turn it into plates. And when we can turn it into plates, we'll be able to do... Yeah, get the plastic from somewhere. That's going to be fine. Okay. Start off making molten iron. And then let's have a little bit of a gap. Turn my bots back on. Press the hotkey for the wrong thing. Okay, making iron, casting iron. With some pipes in here and... yeah, I guess we're going to take lava further. I have not really thought about layouts. Which may be apparent. Okay, power grid in here as well. And then one of these guys, because yeah, I want a pipe in here in case we need to get other stuff in. And then... actually, the smelting is really fast, isn't it? This gives us 93, this gives us 32. Yeah, we're going to worry about ratios later, probably. Did we have... Get rid of the foundry. So that I can have a foundry also here. I'm talking about this as being like the first of the foundry builds that we will throw away, but also it's like just super common for me to have a mess of junk that we then don't throw away. Oh well. Yeah, we can do that. We can get calcite in... can we get calcite in over here? Maybe. We can figure out how to make this work. It's going to be fine. Yeah, because this line here is where we have put calcite, so... Actually going to go around... okay. No idea how big this dude's hitbox is. Apparently that big. It's fine. That is... yes, so maybe we are unhappy about that pattern as well. Press the right buttons. Okay, so we can get... We did something... Yeah, did something wrong in there. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, these guys aren't really running. Solar power is also a good thing to be building and using on Vulcanus just because of how much solar power we get. Okay, so we also need to... Yeah, you're giving me the iron, you're giving me the copper. We're going to want green chips from somewhere here as well. Whatever. I think we do just want... And then another one of... And then another one of steel? Question mark? And then module-wise, we don't care about productivity modules here at all, because all the stuff is free. But speed modules, I think we then want... Yeah, I think we then want to do of wires down here as well. How did we get lost already? Yeah, you guys have some speed. You guys have some speed as well. And then also just fill these guys up with efficiency modules. You also... Yeah, then we need to figure out how to get the stone out. And what we do with the stone... And we need to turn the stone into concrete. That's one of the things that's going on here. Can we just go... Yeah, that's going to work pretty nicely, I reckon, as an initial nasty hack. Stone comes out here. Actually, can we even... Are we just going directly into insane spaghetti mode? Yeah, because the nice thing about this is these guys are going to put the stone on the outside, and these guys are going to put the stone on the inside, so we are going to have different sized... Yeah, different sized... Well, okay, we're going to be able to take things off both sides of the belt. This is actually going to prioritize the stone coming out of the iron, but whatever. And then also because we don't care about the productivity of these modules. Yeah, we don't care about productivity on stone. This is quite possibly not going to vent enough stone. Making 6 stone a second, it would be great if we could actually power these guys so that we could see how much stone we're trying to use. These guys are taking 2.5 per second. Oh, actually, so this is kind of nearly well ratioed, even if we were fully using these foundries, and we're not because of the other foundries. Okay, can we? I would like to spread. You can go here. You can then go here or something. Is that true? Maybe you can't. Unlucky. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah, that's disagreeable. Whatever, we're doing it. You can go here and here. And then we have the belt of stone. And we need water. And also molten iron. Molten iron... can you move to here? Because we have molten iron here, which is just fine. And we could have water... if we so decided. Can we fit a chem plant in here and other pipes out? We can. Amazing. So I think in here we're going to go steam condensation to water. How fast do you guys do a thing? You're getting out 90 per second? Okay. In which case we are going to give you only 1 speed module and 1 efficiency module because it's probably enough. Because I think all that we're doing here is trying to get water out at this point for concrete. We are going to need... I don't have another one of... I've got a regular foundry which we can use for wire, which we should really put next to these guys. We should be doing this the other way around. We should have this foundry here and this foundry here so that we can go underground with the molten copper. We don't have any regular foundries. Did I delete the other foundry? Maybe we did. Maybe we just need to... Maybe we need to be using more uncommon foundries because we have uncommon foundries. So that's exciting. So you get to be an uncommon foundry, you get to be an uncommon foundry, you get to be an uncommon foundry. We have those. Bots should not be complaining about them. We are... Okay, so we have not built 200 epic quality 2 modules on Fulgora. So somehow we have figured out that we only want these 3 and these 3 and these 3. Yeah, somehow we figured out that we don't want any more quality 4 modules than that. It's fine. Everyone is still running it. We're still just short of red chips. Whatever. Continuing. Okay. Yeah, because we wanted to be able to have... Is that true? I think we actually want this guy up. Even to here. Because I don't think we brought... The ship has gone back to... It's waiting for rockets to arrive. Did it get drone frames? That's the main thing that we are kind of hoping we have. On the way... Yeah, on the way, none. What are we sending up? Who knows what we're... Oh yeah, because we cut the red chips line. Oh well, never mind. Oh, I guess we're sending up all of these things, aren't we? I don't think we actually want those modules anymore. And I think we also will take out all of these. So we can make that a little bit simpler. Which is going to be great. I mean, the thing I still want... On the way, 150. Okay, amazing. In that case, we need to not worry about that at all. And just wait for it to turn up. Oh, wait. I wanted to... That's not quite true. I wanted to check whether or not any of these guys... Whether or not we had given them electromags. They were shoot. I don't think we actually sent up... I think I was just somewhat resigned to not yet building... Vulcanus with electromags, or at least going back to Fulgora later to see how it was doing with its electromags. And we have... Oh yeah, because we are not yet trashing them up to rare, but we actually have... we actually have enough to be able to request electromags over... I think we're going to have a request for 20 of these things. They ship at... Don't they ship at 5 per launch? Rocket capacity 5. So we already have enough to launch 5 of these dudes into the air. There's quite a few different ships with this, like, sequence with the beaconage list on them, and so I think we just don't care which of them gets it, and we pay attention to that later, and then we don't worry about it because we wanted to make some green ships here, but also kind of doesn't matter yet. Green ships here. The electromags I kind of don't care about until we get closer to the position of... Yeah, doing things with electromag quality, which we are currently not really doing. Yeah, let's bridge this over here. Oh, that's right, because we had this spot, and how did we get... I guess I rotated a belt at some point to get this. Yeah, I wanted to be able to figure out how to do... can I have a regular quality foundry? Because I don't think we're going to need... Can I have a regular quality foundry? We must have a regular quality foundry in storage if we finished building them all and took them all away. Yeah, regular quality foundry here, making concrete, for which we will need the water like so, the iron. Is this the easiest way to do it? I don't even mind. And then this belt here. Getting in the foundry. Get in the foundry. That's the wrong way around. And then, yeah, let's have these 3 belts here, because then we can power it on this side and get... Okay, so now this is kind of in the way, and so is this belt, because the thing we actually wanted... And we can, yeah, because of... Okay, so I guess we're going to jump this through... differently. How far does this one go? It goes to here. So the thing we actually only really wanted is refined concrete, because... And we also need the water, for which we are somewhat well prepared. Oh wait, no we aren't. Here? That worked out surprisingly well. Actually, let's move this back a little bit. Let's move it back to here. Does this fit? Yes. Because now we can go... I mean, I don't think we're going to use poles from this dude, but we are going to want... I guess we're just going to do... poles here, because I do want to be able to get this lava out as well, which is gross, but then we want to be able to do double things here and have a belt here that does... Yeah, this is getting pretty awful, but I think we are overall still okay with that. Can we... Yeah, this is highly disagreeable, but this means we're going to have refined concrete and green chips on the same belt, which is a thing we care about for foundries. This guy is going to need to make us the poles, and so we need to get a belt in here that has... Yeah, we're also going to need to be able to get this stuff out in some other way, and also this stuff out. And so I guess we're going to go... Oh wait, not stack inserters, bulk inserters. Bulk inserters here. Bulk inserters here. This is okay, because we can run this belt... actually, move this guy back, because then we can also just... This can be the way that this guy gets the things that it needs. And now I wanted to run this guy like so. Yeah, this is a totally normal way of doing things, isn't it? Get that rock out the way. We might need the tungsten. Continue to power. Yeah, I guess we're going to power it from this side instead. So now we can have a belt of stuff coming out. Is that... It's actually not as... Yeah, we're not fully using it. Oh, well. And then I wanted to figure out if we could have... And I think we can. We can go here, and we can also go bulk, bulk, bulk. Disgusting and functional. Okay, so we can have refined concrete and green chips on the same belt. We've got the top side of this belt is actually the steel that we might want. So now we can filter off steel as well. So we've got steel, we've got iron, we've got green chips, we've got refined concrete. You guys get modules as well because we have those modules. Did we get you in orbit? And did we must have already dropped down. We are using some of these modules, so we're going to get more. Yeah, give me these, because why not? And then I don't think there's anything else. I think everything else here, I mean, okay, let's get the gun turrets, because if we do redesign this ship, we're going to be able to use fewer gun turrets because we've got more bullet upgrades and also the sniper turrets, which are fantastic. And we will eventually need gun turrets down here to get a bunch of work done. So I think with that, we forget about Vulcanus. You can just go and do the Fulgora Gleba regular science loop. That's going to be fine. And we have a collection of... yeah, nasty garbage in there, which we will avoid looking at for a bit, I suppose. Do we want to pull copper out as well? Maybe. Yeah, get rid of all of this stuff. Keep making the carbide. I think we probably have a bunch of carbide in that box, which we want to get... Oh yeah, this is quite a lot of carbide. This is fine. Over here too, yeah, all of these are things with the exception of the carbide, which we have now put on belts that we can bring in here. We are still going to want regular iron. Yeah, we're still going to want regular iron and regular green chips and things like that, because... belts as well. But is there a nice... yeah, because this is more or less where we are putting things. And here is a position that I am enjoying that will... that worked out super well. We just need to get the stuff we want to here, and it's already here, so I wonder if we still have this. And does it line up over here as well? Nearly, but not quite. Okay, fine. We can get rid of these guys. We can have this here, and we're actually only one... okay, if we are only... okay, oh no, on the wrong side of a thing. Do we... I think we probably are going to do... oh, wait. Have we nearly knocked out mining productivity as well? We are going to need more Glebentechs, and we might actually be super close to being done with Glebentechs, and I think the Glebentechs we're going to do, we're just going to smash through... so the 4-stack one needs a kind of science we don't have yet, which we don't know how to do, and depends on a pile of other stuff. But we can go up to 3-stacked belts reasonably easily. Okay, amazing. Feeling good about that. Yeah, the conclusion here was, if I am... really? We can't get through there? That's unfortunate. I don't think we need either of these guys, because I would rather... be able to access. Yeah, I think we can move, like, the position that all of these guys are. I'm going to feel better if we move this all down by 1 tile, and then we can figure out where this stuff gets in, and that is a position that I like. And then we need to do the same with the iron, but the iron, yeah, let's line up the iron as well. In more or less the same way, but maybe only to, like, that far. Did that hit any extra cliffs? It's mostly in the same place. Yeah, I think And then should we also get gears out? Should probably get gears out here somewhere, shouldn't we? Here's molten iron. Is there anything on the other? There's nothing on the side of the steel belt. Which means I think what we do is we figure out, say, here. Do we have? We're not asking for anything. Oh, we've got a regular thing for these guys. Yep. Okay, we are going to want gears from iron, and you're going to go here, and then this belt. Is that true? You're actually going to go here, because then we can go output here, and you will be on the far side of this belt, which means that, like so, we now have a belt of gears and steel. And then we just need to figure out how to get... Yeah, so we're going to need to jump this guy differently, but we were always going to need to jump this guy differently. Can we get it in? X's went down here. We could... Okay, we're going to do this differently just here, which is also going to be completely fine, and no one will have any problems with it. Yeah, you're going to go over here. Iron. Iron gears. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is... we want to be able to have... Yeah, we want to have another splitter. One of the problems is we are currently not venting enough stone. And the way we're going to deal with that is we're going to say, output this on the right. We are not really going to worry about how much space we have or need. Actually, only one of these things. And we're just going to make wall here. It's going to be fine. Should we all... No, we're not going to do quality wall. There were a variety of ways we could have done this, and we have chosen a nasty one. Then can we get... I think we go underground here, and we go underground here. And then I've probably picked up some calcite that I don't want. And some stone that I don't want, and yeah, Novice is still doing that stuff. And then we just run this underground through here. This looks like a nice spot with which we can yeet stuff into the lake. That's the entire plan for having too much stone. And these guys should be able to just throw away that wall, and we should be able to not care. And so now we can produce the materials we want. We can also get the concrete we want, which is stationary, which is all fine. And we've got stuff to work with. We're still just kicking through? Yeah. Okay. I probably should not be quite so surprised that we are just kicking through the stuff. But, you know, we are. Oh, I also wanted to keep some of this for big drills, didn't I? That was kind of important. Why don't we have... Oh, because we haven't... Yeah, because it all came from collected rocks. So let's keep collecting rocks. Probably... I mean, we're going to have a bunch of... We're going to have all kinds of stuff in the storage. We are going to have... the... Yeah, don't delete any of the pump jacks. We're going to have... the carbon, we're going to have stone, we're going to have both kinds of iron and copper ore. Yeah, we can grab all of that. I think the... Okay, so let's have a plan to vent all of that stuff as well. You guys can, in here, have a box which is just requesting the stone. And now we are venting stone. As soon as that happens, as soon as we have logistics bots, the plan is working. Okay, so I think then over here, we also just go request chest for iron ore and copper ore, because we're not going to need either of those things. We probably could have put them on the same thing, but whatever. Do we need more? We don't need more steel here at this point at all. We already have a better steel setup, giving bots jobs, giving more bots jobs, giving bots jobs. A lot of those I kind of don't care about, but they will just be nice to have around. None of those are the upgraded ones, are they? And are we complaining about... We're not even complaining about not having them. Why have you... Oh, yeah, because the trees explode when they do stuff, don't they? We also have more of these guys, which I think we deploy? What are we doing with this space? And it's probably nothing. Yeah, we've got build range and all of that. It's fine. Okay, so I think we now need to... Yeah, we've got to do an electric engines build, don't we? Because we need... We've got all of these foundries. We've got 2 rare foundries, 5 regular foundries. I would like to not have any of this stuff in my inventory, thanks. Do we still have... Oh yeah, we're still making this stuff, so I don't even need to worry about that. I can just keep on banging this stuff into foundries, and it's going to be completely fine. I've still got more stone than I care about as well. Never mind. Okay, yeah, so all these foundries are going to be doing good... Have we just banged that out? Wild? Okay, fine. We just turned all of that into foundries, yeah. We need... Okay, let's remind ourselves of the big drills plan. Oh, the big drills was red chips, regular drills, tungsten carbide, basically the things on the screen. The advanced circuits, I think we're only... Are we... Oh, we didn't actually get enough of these things. Are you... We're all mode locked here anyway. You know what? Why don't you guys also see if you can pick up 200 of these guys from Fulgora? Because we know we have them. And then who's closest to... Oh, you guys are almost all in the same place. Yeah, you just go back there. And then... Yeah, we're all kind of in the same place on the same schedule, aren't we? Oh, the one that picks up the Gleben science ended up getting the... I think that's probably fine. I think we can... Can we just drop all of this and then go add station Vulcanus? And do we pull you here immediately? And I think we might. We need to not forget about this guy. Waiting in orbit. Yeah, just go to Vulcanus. Time past 30 seconds should be fine. And in Vulcanus, I would like you to drop the frames. I would like you to drop the electromags. I would like you to drop the mining drills, because we're just going to recycle trash those as well. You've got more fast inserters than you wanted, but I don't actually want the fast inserters. What I really want are these cargo bays. And the gun turrets? Now we can leave the gun turrets. What else? Yeah, and then red chips, because we are not making them in Fulgora yet. That is going to be a good delivery. Yeah, cool, fine, great. Okay, moving on. We wanted to get... Yeah, we wanted to be able to make these big mining drills, and then I think we are going to try and juggle these up to rare. So, for a while, we're still... Oh, also, let's have... Let's be making belt here and that kind of stuff as well, because this is not cliff, is it? No, this is the thing we can walk across. Because actually, yeah, let's just do this with more undergrounds, because I don't know how much space we are trying to save. Spaghetti base. We will need belts and things like that as well. So here, and then yeah, red belt, yellow undergrounds, red undergrounds. This can all just take a while. I don't think this needs to go particularly quickly, especially as the red undergrounds are probably going to hog... my bots are still off, no big deal. Yeah, the red undergrounds... The red belt, sorry, is probably going to hog all of the gears we're putting on the belt, but not a big deal. It's mostly about just having the stuff. Oh, we can do this in foundries as well, can't we? We got 10 foundries. Do we want to be trying to make belt in What happens if we try and make a belt and a foundry? Do we get the productivity bonuses? Do we need any molten stuff? We do not. In that case, I think the red stuff and not the yellow stuff is important enough to be doing foundries, because we are going to push... We could also just go straight to blue belt, because the lubricant that we want is right here. That is compelling. Yeah, this is a design we're going to think about later. Then blue belt with, yeah, why not? Why not spoil ourselves? We're going to need more gears, that's fine. All of this is stuff that can just happen super slowly anyway. And we're also still going to get red belt out. We're going to use both red and blue belt here, apparently, is the decision. We're going to get some red belt out here and here. We're going to get lubricant through the middle of this thing or something. Are we happy with this as a plan? I think we're happy with this as a plan. Yeah, maybe we should also be... Really, we can get big poles through the middle of this thing. Wild. I think we should also consider... Yeah, we just need the lubricant in here now, which is... Give me these back. You can sit up a bit. And then we can also just have pipes in here. Did you get to Vulcanus? You did. You are dropping stuff. Give me beacons. Give me... Yeah, give me useful things, I guess. Give me solar panels. Whatever. Do I want the... Yeah, we did want bullets, didn't we? We didn't really need bullets, and we can definitely make them here, but we're also just making them in space for free. Give me red splitters because we... Oh, yeah, just do that for a bit, because I was expecting you to drop these. Did we drop the... We dropped the storage stuff? Great. You don't need to care about Vulcanus at all then, and you probably have enough... Go to Novice, wait there for a bit, do your ammo check, you're probably going to be fine. But we have... Yes, so we are now blasting. You didn't need gears, you did not need gears. You also did not need gears. Okay. We are down to... Yeah, so we needed to make the electric engine units, because everything else we've kind of got. The molten iron, I guess we're just doing logistics supply for a lot of this stuff. We need to think about a place where that can go. The other thing we wanted to do that we were silly about is we said we wanted radars to scan out where everything is, and I think at this point we probably dropped multiple radars in places that are at our extremities, is, yeah, they radars won't scan anything out if they're in your inventory, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, can we've kind of wedged ourselves in here as well, can we have this guy go underground just so we can sneak through here more easily maybe? Oh wait, can we sneak between foundries? Yes, but we cannot sneak between pipes. Interesting, yeah. I was also thinking about quality juggling this wall as well so we could get up to quality stone, but I don't think we deal with that. Oh yeah, I wanted more radars in these directions so we could do a better job of figuring out where tungsten is. Yeah, one of you guys here, I guess, and then I do want another one in this general direction, so over here as well. Because we're surrounded by demolishers, we should also be making ammunition, I guess. That is going to be a helpful thing to help deal with the dudes. Friendly things that friendly engineers do. You can go here, you can be making just regular bullets. Are we going to be happy trying to shoot a demolisher with regular bullets? I guess we do have a number of damage upgrades. We're probably fine. Maybe it works. Things that can go badly wrong and we're not going to worry about it. You get in this chest and then you have the same kind of moduling, because why not? Okay, congratulations. Just make, yeah, another stack of bullets. That's going to be fine. Did I want to give... Is this the last of the tungsten that we have? It kind of is. Are there more rocks that bots can pick up? That bots can pick up. Kind of. And then we want... Actually, that's what's one over there, is it? We want over here, in generally this direction, so that we can get all of these rocks, so that we can get all the more tungsten out, so that we can turn that tungsten into helpful things like mining drills. Yeah, okay. Because if bots have got all of that, and they do, then I can fire all of this tungsten into the foundries, which is going to be great. We're going to get more of that out. We are still just not yet. I mean, we didn't really need this to go fast. It's going to be fine. We are not concerned. Oh, wait. Could we also... Like, we don't want quality in here, but I think we do want... yeah, we don't even want speed, really, do we? I think we just want... I think we want some efficiency here. You've got that, and then we're just going to give you guys all double efficiency, because productivity is not a thing with... I mean, besides the default foundry bonus, we don't care about speed. We're just going to get it down to 80% energy usage, whatever. We're going to see whether or not we have enough Gleben science for that to happen, and we wanted to then think about, do we call this episode here? Because I think we are at a position where we are pretty happy that we've got a decent amount of stuff done. Oh wait, didn't we also drop in... Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to play with now. We've got the electromags, which I think means we can do a red chips thing. We've also got these guys, which we can go 1, 2, 3. That's 12. So now we've got all the storage we could probably want. Maybe. We still haven't dropped all these guys in. I forget whether or not we even had... We took Vulcanus off? Yes. Did we remember that? Did we not actually get deliveries of... We might even not have got deliveries of the accumulators from Fulgora. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so I think we are going to be pretty good for now. We've got a whole pile of foundries. Some of these foundries, we would really like to get back to Fulgora to be able to do our holmium better, but we've got some we're at a position now where we've got basically a way to get all the foundries we need, except for the lack of drills. We've got drills of which we need to make a couple of things. I think the electric engine units are going to be the only thing we actually make here to start with, because we've got advanced circuits and drills we can pull in from space. We still have not figured out a good place we can build them, but you know what? I think we can have... Yeah, I think that is the place that we are going to build the drills to start with, like right here, and we are just going to do it with a logistics supply, which means we're going to have a box like so, and then a request box like so. You are going to need to be requesting all the things, yes, and then the electric engines is actually the only thing that we don't have in storage already. And then crucially, we also need to make sure that you guys get your quality modules. And yeah, bots are probably already bringing this stuff. These guys, those two boxes need to be... These boxes need to be logistic storage. But we've also already got a decent amount of it. Bots are bringing more. I am pretty happy that we have got a decent amount of stuff done. Yeah, you are going to bring in all the things that we want. How fast is your recipe? 30 seconds? You know what we'd like to do about that? We would like you to be able to go a little bit faster. So now your recipe, if we reassign these things, the filters have increased slightly. So yeah, all we need to do, and we're going to do this next time, electric units. electric engine units, and then probably also some red chips. Yeah, good times. We have a nasty Vulcanus thing. It's going to continue to be a nasty Vulcanus thing. I don't even think we are sad about how nasty this is. That's just how it's going to work.